All right, so as more and more good things are happening for the U.S., there are more and more chances for the deep state to do their last-ditch effort to try to foil and thwart the plan. And we're seeing some of this happening with the prosecutions and some of the exposure, the prosecutions of the grassroots people first that's happening right now. So we're going to go over some of that, the new news, and just give you an overall update on some of the most latest stuff happening now. So let's get into it. So I want to start with a Q post 35, where a lot of people are awaiting the operation that's going to happen. It starts with POTUS will be well insulated, protected on Air Force One and abroad, specific locations classified while these operations are conducted due to the nature of the entrenchment. And again, that's interesting because again, he's abroad right now. I'm not saying things are happening at this moment. And of course, overall, it's the whole operation is continually occurring, but at this specific time, he's abroad and he's making big moves from a legal, global, or contract deal perspective, if you want to say it that way, with Iran and many other things happening, the G7 summit, Geneva. But here, continuing on, it says, it is time to take back our country and make America great again. Let us salute and pray for the brave men and women in uniform who will undertake this assignment to bring forth peace, unity, and return power to the people. It is our hope that this message reaches enough people to make a meaningful impact. We cannot yet telegraph this message through formal methods for reasons I'm sure everyone here can understand. Follow the questions from previous threads and remain calm. The primary targets are within DC and remain at the top on both sides. The spillover in the streets will be quickly shut down. Look for more false flags. Stay alert. Be vigilant. And above all, please pray. And then for God to love the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Love is patient. Love is kind. Talking about John 3:16 here. God bless my fellow Americans. 4:10:12. Now what's interesting is that the spillover in the streets will be quickly shut down. What is some of the most recent news coming out? Here from Minnesota, 15 Antifa-linked activists indicted for targeting ICE officers. And now this is just a spillover. Leftist rioters attempted to attack the federal courthouse in St. Paul, Minnesota, after these 15 Antifa members were indicted. And then the news here being that the U.S. Department of Justice charged 15 members and associates of Direct Action Minnesota, also known as DAM, with conspiracy to impede or injure federal immigration officers during January's Operation Metro Surge. Prosecutors detailed training in surveillance and shields, doxing agents, throwing objects, and using stolen U-Haul trucks for blockades, with additional counts of stalking, threats, and assault. Initial court appearances in St. Paul drew supporter protests that led to U.S. Marshals using pepper spray, while officials emphasized charges focused on actions, not speech. The case underscores tensions over immigration enforcement in Minnesota. Now, of course, this is happening across the U.S., but here we're seeing prosecutions happen. And remember, there are many Q posts saying that Antifa mapping started a long time ago, meaning they know these agents. They know who's in communication, the syndicate, this whole organized affair of what's happening, and that many of these posts talking about some of the details behind this. When will the FBI conclude their investigation into Antifa and just many others? And remember, this is one of the first times we're seeing the DOJ having big charges against Antifa members, especially some of these leaders, and it's spreading across the news slowly right now. Conspiracy to impede or injure a federal officer, solicitation to commit a crime of violence, interstate threats, interstate stalking, assault on a federal officer, destruction of government property. And these are some big updates that are happening right now. And then even recently, we're seeing here that the FBI has busted an explosive drone terror plot that targeted President Trump's UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House, meaning that they plan to blow up explosive packed drones and forcing crowds a pre-staged sniper team, a second wave to storm the White House gate. And it appears that this was highly organized, planned, and it was thwarted. And FBI Kash Patel expands a little bit on this, but it seems like 23 people were discussing pre-operational activity, and that 24 suspects were identified and at least 5 in custody. And even President Trump posting a news article about this. So again, seems like this was big, this is serious. And we are still in war right now, but I just want to give you guys this word of encouragement that although we are not seeing it, bits and pieces are coming out, but there's something else happening right now. And I believe that as we turn the corner, as more of this happens, we're anticipating the peace deal being signed on Friday. Slowly but surely, they're going to have this last-ditch effort to try to thwart, try to cause chaos, division, to ultimately go down kicking and screaming. So this is not going to work as Trump, many others have mentioned. It's going to be quickly shut down. But as Post 35 says, look for more false flags. Stay alert, be vigilant, and above all, please pray. So just wanted to give you guys this quick update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, if you guys want to support me, you guys know I'm listener supported. Would love if you guys could help me out and reach our goal for this month. All that information is down below in the description, giftsandgo.com/chrisyoonyt. Also have PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.